Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about legal aid for persons with mental illness. In this video, we are going to discuss why a person with mental illness requires a legal aid. What is the legal requirements? What is the process and procedures? And if there are any lacunae in the legal aid, how to get the readdressal. So with these objectives, we are going to present this video. I am Dr. Suresh Padmat, Professor of Psychiatry working at NIMANS, Bangalore. Before I start my presentation, I would like to have a disclaimer. This presentation is for academic purpose only and also to make aware of their rights. If you want to have a legal opinion, please do contact an advocate. This presentation is not an alternative for legal opinion. Conflict of interest, none. First and the foremost, persons with mental illness are highly vulnerable for human rights violation or fundamental rights violation. This has been known very well. At the same time, whenever the rights are violated, there will be the chances of getting mental illness. I can give an example. A person with mental illness, for example, he has schizophrenia, he has so severely ill, the people may abuse him, beat him up. It may be family members, it may be police, it may be any person can abuse them. Even a doctor working in a mental health establishment can abuse them. So that is, persons with mental illness are vulnerable for rights violation. On the other hand, if a normal person's rights are violated, maybe human rights or fundamental rights are violated, and he has been, without any reason, he has been put to a jail, what will happen to him? He will develop mental illness. So, mental illness and human rights violation or fundamental rights violations are a vicious cycle. One will lead to another. So we have to break the chain. So we have to attack at two places. One is to treat the persons with mental illness so he can defend his rights. At the same time, a person whose rights are violated, and if he is going to develop a mental illness, treat him. At the same time, we have to make sure the rights are protected. So on one hand, for persons with mental illness, we have right to access for treatment under Section 18 of Mental Health Care Act. At the same time, to prevent the rights violation or to access for justice, we have various legislation, including from various what we call it as Mental Health Care Act, RPWD Act, and also Legal Service Authority Act of 1987. Let's understand why there is difficulty in access justice. What are the challenges in accessing justice for persons with mental illness? First and the foremost, majority of the mental illness do occur at the age of 16 to 18 or 24. During that period, that is during the adolescent and young adult, they develop mental illness. So majority of them become illiterate, or even they are educated, not to that level, they can assertively fight for their rights. So most of them are illiterate or uneducated. Even if they are educated, they are unaware of their rights. So these two major issues. Later, because they undergo massive rights violation, which is ubiquitous for persons with mental illness, they feel this is normal. So my rights are violated, so this is it, and I have got mental illness, I will be treated like this. So this massive right violation becomes a norm. Along with this, even if a person is educated, he is aware of his rights, he is worried about the cost of litigation. If he has to go to the court to get his rights reinstated, he is worried, what will be the cost of the lawyer? When will the justice deliver the justice? And he is scared about the justice system. Whom should I approach? What will the lawyer say? What will the police will say? What will the judge will say? How many times I have to go to court? How long this court procedure will last? And above all these things, stress of litigation. Imagine if there is a court case, ask the clients whenever they have a court case and next day, then they don't get sleep. They are so anxious what will happen in the court of law. They may lose the case or they will be evicted. So the stress of litigation causes relapse of mental illness in persons with mental illness. Hence, many people, they say that they don't encourage them to put the case or fight for their rights. So these are the huge challenges we have to face providing justice to persons with mental illness. Moving further, so how to provide justice for persons with mental illness? Of course, persons with mental illness may not be able to work, they do not have money, then how do they access justice? So, Constitution of India under Article 14 guarantees equality before law and equal protection of law for everyone, not just for persons with mental illness, to every person. At the same time, it also talks about right to access for justice, which includes right to access courts, right to legal aid, and right to engage a counsel, that is a lawyer. So this is under the Constitution of India. Further, the Constitution of India under Article 38(1), it also says the state, basically the state government, shall promote the welfare of the person by securing and protecting the social order, including justice. So 38(1) is there. At the same time, Article 39A, the Constitution states that the state shall in particular provide free legal aid and justice is not denied to anyone. So in this way, persons with mental illness come under this ambit even under the Constitution of India. So let's see how the persons with mental illness, what are the legislation they can ask for their rights and legal aid. First and the foremost is Mental Health Care Act of 2017. Next, RPWD Act, that is Right to Persons with Disability Act of 2016, and Legal Service Authority Act of 1987. Let's examine each of legislation, starting from the newer legislation, Mental Health Care Act of 2017. So under Mental Health Care Act of 2017, Section 27(1) clearly says a person with mental illness shall be entitled for free legal aid. So clearly it has articulated. That means any persons with mental illness, whatever the legal problems they are undergoing, they are entitled for legal aid. So this is beautifully written. And also Section 27(2) also says that because many of our persons with mental illness are illiterate, uneducated, they are not aware of their rights, hence it makes mandate for a magistrate, police officer, medical officer, or any mental health professional in charge of the mental health establishment shall tell them you have these rights. So that means it is taken a one step forward, a proactive. Further, it also says that the legal aid number should be made available in each and every mental health establishment. So that's a beautiful legislation, especially with regard to right to legal aid for persons with mental illness. Moving further, majority of our persons with mental illness are also disabled. Hence, even Rights for Persons with Disability Act of 2016 talks about right to access justice. Section 12 of RPWD Act also says that persons with disability have right to access court and also tribunal, any authority or any commission, either judicial, quasi-judicial or investigating power without any discrimination on the basis of disability. So access to justice even for persons with disability, and even persons with mental illness also has, many of them has disability. Moving further, the important legislation, the reason for this video is Legal Service Authority Act of 1987. This legislation was implemented with the primary goal to take justice to the poor, vulnerable population, even to the rural population, so that the access to justice is for everyone. With this, the National Legal Service Authority was implemented on 1995. So let's understand who are eligible for this free legal aid. Following are the criteria which has been laid down under the National Legal Service Authority Act of 1987. The free legal aid is available for a member of SC/ST community, survivor of trafficking or a beggars, a woman and child, persons with mental illness, a persons with disability, a persons who has been admitted to mental hospital, survivor of mass disaster, including droughts, earthquake, any disaster for that matter. That means, it's very interesting, any survivor of a disaster can access for free legal aid. An industrial workman, a person who is in custody, either in the jail or in prison or in juvenile home. And also, if a person's annual income is less than specified by this respective state government. For example, in Karnataka, it is 50,000. In various other states, it may be 1 lakh. Depending upon the state financial status, they will fix the amount. On that basis, this free legal aid is given. What about women and senior citizens? Because women and senior citizens, majority of the time, they are dependent upon the sole breadwinner. And many a time, the woman and senior citizen wants to assert their rights against a person who is earning, especially in women, the husband or the father or a brother. In senior citizen, they are children. So if they want to assert their rights, then what will happen? So Legal Service Authority Act was aware of this. Hence, for women, irrespective of their financial status, free legal aid will be given. And also to the children, free legal aid is given irrespective of what is the income of their father or the parents. So please do understand, women and children get free legal aid irrespective of their income. Further, senior citizens, It also, again, senior citizens will get the free legal aid if their income is below certain number. At the same time, there has been a discretionary power has been given to chairman of State Legal Service Authority or else National Legal Service Authority and also District Legal Service Authority. Based upon case by case, they can waiver off and they can give free legal aid for the people who are vulnerable, especially senior citizens. So what do you mean by legal aid? What is this free legal aid means? Free legal aid means advice, that is legal advice, counseling, legal consultation, and also how to fight the case. So an advocate will spend time explaining the procedure and also what are the rights under various laws. Representation of advocate in the court proceedings. That means lawyer fees is paid by the Legal Service Authority. Various court fees, processing fees, expenses of witness, various other legal charges will be paid by the State Legal Service Authority. Preparation of pleading, application, writing memo, printing, translation, name the things. It will be provided by the State Legal Service Authority. That means it is completely free. There is no hidden charges. No lawyer, no court will ask for money. It will be paid by the Legal Service Authority. Further, the legal aid also means spreading legal awareness, legal literacy through various seminars, workshops. At the same time, forming local adalats basically permanent and temporary to settle the disputes amicably between the two parties. So I will be making a new video on lok adalats in a short while. So which court provide this free legal aid? Where can I access this free legal aid? Free legal aid can be accessed in various places depending upon the authorities they have been formed. There are 4 important authorities have been formed. One is National Legal Service Authority at the national capital at Delhi, State Legal Service Authority at every state capital, especially in Karnataka in Bangalore, District Legal Service Authority in every district headquarters, Taluk Legal Service Authority at every taluk places. And these authorities are placed in respective courts. For example, Taluk Legal Service Authorities are established in the Taluk Court Complex. District Legal Service Authorities are established in District Court Complex. At the same time, Supreme Court Legal Service Committee and High Court Legal Service Committees are also formed. They are placed in their respective Supreme Court and High Court. So if you want to access these authorities, please go to the nearest court. It may be Taluk Court or it may be District Court. Go and approach this court and ask for where is the Legal Service Authority available. To any advocate, they will guide you to the nearest Legal Service Authority either in the District Court or in the Taluk Court. But you have to approach the Taluk Court or the District Court or the High Court for getting this benefit. So these are the various courts where you can approach. Are there cases for which no legal aid is given? Of course, there are certain cases where legal aid will be denied, especially in defamation cases, malicious prosecution cases, a person charged with contempt of court, legal aid will not be given. Perjury, that basically a person under oath is telling lie. If the court comes to know, legal aid will be denied. Relating to any election, any dispute related to election will not be given. Wherever the offence's fine is less than 50 rupees or 50 rupees, legal aid will not be given. It will be denied. Economic offences, related matters, again legal aid will not be given. Immoral traffic act, under that only the victim will get. The person who is doing this trafficking will not be able to get the legal aid, free legal aid. With this, how can I apply for free legal aid? This is one of the biggest questions where a person with mental illness and disability have. So if you are a person with mental illness or a person with disability, please talk to your doctor. Ask them, please give me a certificate so that I can approach. If you are a psychiatrist or any physician or a doctor, please give a certificate telling that he is a person so and so, he's been on treatment with him, and if he is a mentally ill, you document that he is a mentally ill, and if he is a disabled person, document he is a disabled, and also ask him to take a disability certificate and approach to the nearest court, maybe Taluk Court or a district court where legal service authorities are established. And they can approach either online or offline. Offline is basically going to these places, maybe the Taluk Court or district court, approaching them during the working hours between 9 to 5 o'clock and requesting for free legal aid with these letters. And if they are found suitable, free legal aid will be given. And there are formats available for asking for an application. If the person is illiterate, there are paralegal volunteers available in all these legal service authorities. And these paralegal volunteers will help the illiterate to file the application for free legal aid. So this is one of the important, what we call it as, move taken by the legal service authority to provide justice for even for the illiterate and poor people. And there is online, what we call it as, filing of application for legal aid. From NALSA portal it is there, that is National Legal Service Authority Act. If you go there, you can file for free legal aid sitting at your home at your ease 24/7. If you have to go in person, it is only working hours between 9 to 4. Whereas under the online, you can do 24/7 anytime. This is the website nalsa.gov.in. Under this, you have to type something and give it. It is available in 2 languages at present, English and Hindi. So you can also track the application of your application for free legal aid. Where is the status, where it is pending, you can look for that. Further, the government of India has come up with an important application called as Nyaya Bandhu application. It is a pro bono legal services provided by Department of Justice. This is an application similar to Uber, where there is a service provider, that is advocates, and the service user, that is customers or the applicant. Both are brought on a single platform to provide services and also take services. So this Nyaya Bandhu is a pro bono legal services, an application which enables many lawyers who want to do free services to persons who are vulnerable. And this application, first we will talk about the users, that is the applicant or a person who is vulnerable who seeks for legal aid. He will download the app. At present, the app is available in Android form, that is Android platform. He will download it, he will register the profile, his name, his photograph, his ID, maybe Aadhaar card. The Department of Justice will authenticate and he will be registered. Once he is registered, he will give the details, case details, applications he will upload. And he has an opportunity, and he can also nominate a lawyer. If the advocate accepts it, yes, he will go ahead with the case. The advocate also has a freedom to reject the case. And again, it will be a new advocate will be given. And once the advocate accepts the case will be taken to the court, and then there the justice will be delivered depending upon the case by case merit. For the lawyers who provide services, the lawyer who wants to do pro bono services can register here. And once they are registered, depending upon their area, depending upon their expertise, either civil cases, criminal cases, family matters, or RTA cases, depending upon that, their profile will be ready. And depending upon the applicant, the application will match with the applicant along with the advocate for free legal services or pro bono services. This is completely free. The app is also free, the advocate service is also free, and many of these applicants use it. Unfortunately, many of our persons with mental illness, persons with disability do not know about this app. And please do tell our patients and various people to download this app. How much is the expenses incurred in various stages of the case proceedings? Let me be very clear. There is no expenses either through Nyaya Bandhu app or through online or through in person. It is completely free. No hidden charges. No lawyer can ask for fees. And if the lawyer is demanding free or lawyer is doing something which you are uncomfortable, you can talk to the respective state legal service authority member secretary about the lawyer's behavior, or he is asking money. The lawyer will be immediately changed. At any stage of the case proceedings, lawyer can be changed or a request for lawyer change can be requested. At the same time, you may have to provide certain important applications or documents. It may be SCST document, or it may be income certificate, affidavit, or else even they may ask you to provide what we call it as the persons with mental illness certificate to provide free legal aid. So please be prepared to provide these certificates. To conclude, my dear friends, free legal aid is for vulnerable population, and please do make it popular so that our persons with mental illness or disability or vulnerable population gets the benefit of this free legal aid. And do not hesitate to contact Legal Service Authority. If you are a psychiatrist or a doctor working either in the private or in the public, don't hesitate to contact them. Their numbers are available in their respective state legal service authority websites. You can contact the number, request for help for your patients. Whoever is a patient, you can refer them and you can give a simple application or a certificate for help. And also, if the person is educated, ask them to download Nyaya Bandhu app for their utilization. Dear friends, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Stay safe. Thank you.